exhortation, definition, an address or communication, emphatically urging someone to do something, and we urging our brothers and sisters. Keep the good exhortation, gotta be patient. Yeah, it's time to free the nation, gotta stop hating. This the end of the world, about to leave it vacant. Better hurry up and pick a side, yeah, I wish I say, hey, just let me exhort you. Hey, just let me exhort you. Yeah, I'm here to exhort, make you put out that new port. I can remember back then we caught the short. Now we teaching indoor, teaching outside indoors, teaching on dry lands, teaching out on the shores. Do whatever we can, keep our brothers out of court. Teach it in the dirty south, and we teach it up north, then we teach it out west, even the east coast shores. You gotta bring that fire, dealing with them Brooklyn boys. Take it to the south of the border, dealing with them Ricans. We gotta bring it out, can hardly tell what they speaking.
Shalom, 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 and welcome back to another Wednesday night exhortation. It's your Octa bro, Zachariah Israel, and my reader for tonight is
Shalom, Brother Nazareth.
Brother Nazareth. Lord's willing, we got a good one for him. Hopefully y'all could be edified from it. Okay, let's get that thumbnail. Let's go on and get started. Seeds you plant. Seeds you plant. Okay, we got to be careful on what we say around people, what we do around people. We got to make sure that we are the example. Okay, because there's somebody always watching you. There's somebody always watching you. Let's open it up with what we love to open it up with. 2 Timothy 4 verse 2. You got it? Read it.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 2. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort.
We here to exhort you this Wednesday night, this hump day, right? We in the midst of the week. We almost to the Sabbath where we can refresh. This just help you, just give you a boost, all right? To push you, to encourage you, right? Read.
With all long suffering and doctrine.
With all long suffering and doctrine. Seeds you plant. Ask yourself, when you out in public, ain't nobody around that you might personally know from the body or from your brethren or your sisters, right, in the faith, right? Your spiritual brothers and sisters. When you out and say, hey, when you out and about, are you holding yourself accountable for your behavior? Okay. Are you holding each other accountable? Okay. You might work with somebody that you know, or, you know, are y'all doing it where people can say, hey, that's something, man, that I might be interested in? Who they got? Okay. Every time I see them, they doing right. They walking upward, right? They straight. They walking that straight and narrow. Okay. Give me 1 Timothy 4. We're going to start at verse 12. You got it. Read it.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example.
Be a what?
But be thou an example of the believers.
You got to be an example of the believers, right? You got to be an example for people that's walking around. Okay. Read.
In word.
In word.
In conversation.
Your conversation got to be right. Read.
In charity.
Read.
In spirit.
Read.
In faith.
Read.
In purity.
In purity. All right. You got to make sure you're right. You got to make sure everything is covered and be an example. Why? You want to make sure you plant the right seed. All right. Okay. Give me Proverbs 22 verse 6. You want to make sure you plant the right seeds because, like I say, they watching you. Your children watching you. Your co-workers watching you. Everybody watching you. The Most High, his angels, everybody watching you. Right? Proverbs 22 verse 6. You got it? Read it.
The book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
If you train him up, he ain't going to depart from it. Okay. And that's twofold, because spiritually we all consider babes. So if you came in this walk before somebody else did, you a little older than them. They considered the babes, the little children. So you have to train them up too, not just your own children, which was, in contextual, that's what we talking about. But you still want to make sure you're doing the right things if you got more experience in this walk, to make sure you bringing up everybody else around you, right? You training them up too as well. Okay? Give me Ephesians 6, verse 4. You got it. Read it.
The book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
Don't provoke your children to wrath. You got to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Everybody's in order. You got God the Father. You got Christ, Yahweh Shai, the Son. You understand? You got man, woman, child. It's an order. Okay? So it's a hierarchy. Everybody need to respect their higher ups. Right? Read.
But bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
You got to bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. Right? That's this laws, statutes, and commandments. Seeds you plant. Give me that thumbnail again. You see that little demon at the root? You want to make sure you don't pull one of them up. Okay? You want to make sure you ain't bringing one of them up under your watch. Okay? Because you didn't bring them in and they watching you doing all these things that you ain't supposed to be doing. But by you setting that unrighteous example, they following you. Ephesians 6 and 4, you got to read it. I'm sorry. Mark, where we at?
Mark chapter 4, verse 14.
Mark 4 and 14, you got to read it.
The sower soweth the word.
The sower soweth the word. They putting the word out there so everybody can hear it. Right? Read.
And these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
So you want to make sure when you doing this work, okay, you setting the example. You not being a hypocrite when you sowing seeds. All right? Because they could be sown on the wayside. And here comes Satan. Okay? You want to make sure you doing the right thing. All right? Satan come immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. Right? Read.
Verse 16. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground.
Read.
Who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Hey, the ones that's gonna hear, they gonna receive it with gladness. Oh, yay, man, what? The Most High black? What? The Messiah black? Oh, man, we the chosen seed. They gonna receive it with gladness, right? Read.
Verse 17. And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time.
They only gonna endure for a time, because they don't have no root in themselves, right? Read.
Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
They gonna be offended when persecution, people start getting on them. Okay? They gonna be offended when that affliction, all right? Because we enter into Jacob's trouble. All right? You see what ICE doing? Messing with our Northern Kingdom's brothers and sisters. You see, they finna start messing with us too as well. So some of y'all gonna drop the flag and denounce the Most High God because you afflicted. Read.
Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering in, choke the word.
Hey, so you gonna have the ones that's worrying about the riches, that's gonna get into lustful things, right? Okay, they gonna get into all the things that don't matter. It's gonna choke the word, right? Read.
And it becometh unfruitful.
It's gonna become unfruitful. You're gonna have those. Okay? Seeds you plant. You wanna make sure you at least plant a good seed. Things you can't control, because the Most High God, He give it the increase. We're gonna read that. But you wanna make sure at least you doing your part, so it can have a chance to grow, right? It could be sown on good ground, right? Read.
Verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground.
Read.
Such as hear the word and receive it.
Such as hear the word. Read.
And receive it.
And receive it. Read.
And bring forth fruit.
Bring forth fruit. They hear the words, the seeds that you sowed, right? That good seed. And bring forth fruit. Read.
Psalm 30-fold. Psalm 60. And Psalm 100.
Some 100-fold off the seed you planted. Seeds you plant. That's what you want. You want to, hey man, I did my part. You gonna get that reward. Right? Some gonna fall on good ground. Some gonna fall on stony ground. Some gonna fall to the wayside. But you want to make sure you're doing your part by setting the example. Okay? Give me 1 Corinthians 3, verse 6. We're going to read it to the 8. You got it. Read it.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3, verse 6.
Read.
I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase.
I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. That's Paul talking right there. Hey, man, he planted, Apollos watered, but God giveth the increase. All right? So you make sure you plant the good seed. Someone going to come water the seed, but God giveth the increase. If you don't get that increase from God, you ain't going to get it. It don't matter who planted the seed. It don't matter who watereth. To get that increase, you got to get it from God, right? Verse 7.
Verse 7. So then neither is he that planteth anything.
The planter ain't anything. He just a vessel, right? The Most High God used that person to plant that seed, right? Read.
Neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase.
The ones that watereth, right? They just doing their job. Because it's the Most High God is the one that give you the increase. So don't get all high and mighty because you planted the seed. That seed also got to be watered. Okay? And God got to give it an increase. That seed can fall off. You understand? So just do your job. Make sure you being the example. Okay? Give me the next verse.
Verse 8. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one.
They are one. The ones that plant, one that water is one. Some, oh man, hey, I bring them in the truth. Okay? Nah, but I don't want to taught them though. You might have told them, but I taught them. You won. Both of y'all doing the works of the Most High God, right? Read.
And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
You're going to get your own reward according to his own labor. So I don't want to, that go, and this was for everybody. I'm getting cut. This right here going to cut. This what you need. This going to exhort you. This going to help you get through. All right? Give me Matthew 5, verse 16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 16. Let your light so shine before men.
You got to let your light shine before men. Right? Read.
That they may see your good works.
That they may see your good works. And it ain't just talking about clothes, your garments, your fringes, your hair wrap. Right? We in February. We got Passover coming up pretty soon. Okay, we got Purim. We got Nicanor. We got the feast coming up. All right. So it ain't about your outwardly, which is good too, because we do have commandments we gotta keep that requires us to dress a certain way. Right? But it shouldn't be all about that, right? Read.
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
And glorify that. Read it from the top. I'm sorry.
Verse 16. Let your light so shine before men.
Read.
That they may see your good works.
They see your good works. Read.
And glorify your Father which is in heaven.
And glorify your Father which is in heaven. So they need to see your good works. It's not about just how you look. They want to see how you are as a individual. Okay? What you doing morally. What your morale's like. You understand? Are you really keeping these commandments? Give me James chapter 4, verse 17. You got it. Read it.
The book of James chapter 4, verse 17. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
So if you know to do good, but you plant a bad seed, right? You plant a bad seed, you in sin. Read it from the top again.
Verse 17. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
You know to do the right thing, but you ain't doing it. You teaching the wicked ones his ways. You trimming your ways. Right? How you expect a seed to want to be watered when you planted the seed, they following you and you ain't doing right? Okay? You do right. You know better. You supposed to do better. Or you gonna get that demon. You gonna be raising up a demon that you didn't planted a seed. And then they gonna go off. Then they gonna tell your business. Oh man, yeah, I might have did this, but I learned it from the guy that I learned it from my elder. I learned it from the guy that brought me in. All because the seeds you plant. You don't want to do the right things according to the scripture. All right? Give me Jeremiah, hold on. Yeah, Jeremiah 2:33. We're going to read it to 35. You got it, read it.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
You trim your way to seek love. All right? You know you ain't supposed to be in a club. You know you're not supposed to be getting drunk. You know you ain't supposed to be hanging out with brothers and sisters that's going to overpower you spiritually. You trimming your ways to seek love. You just want to be down with them so bad. But the Most High just got you up out of that. You still want to, get up under them and do things. You trimming your ways. You letting him overpower you in the spirit, right? Read.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
You teach them wicked ways when you do that. You teaching them how to be wicked. Because you allowing certain things and you doing certain things by trimming your ways. And hey, I'm guilty of that. I did that not too long ago. Let my guard down. Hey, I trimmed my ways, man. And something that I would probably never would have let slide. I let it slide. I repented of that thing. I called my brothers. I confessed my fault. I confessed my fault to my elder brother. And, he checked me. He said, hey, man, you went off. Something I would never do, I let that slide, bruh. Okay? Because I was feeling good. I was out there sipping on a little something. And, a family member came and asked me, can I allow him to do something, man? I messed around and told that man, hey, you know better, but it's on you. I did at least say, hey, you know better. Right? But he still fired up right there. He had a little, fired up, a little smoke right there. It should have been a hell no, you can't blaze up nothing around me. I should have checked him right there. I said, hey man, it's on you. But me, you know who I am and who I am to him. That was my that not was my that is my nephew. I should have shut it down right then. So you gotta be careful, man. All right, that go for me too, right? Let's keep it moving. Continue reading.
Verse 34. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents.
Okay, that's all I wanted on it. What you read it down to?
35.
Okay, yeah. So what verse you on right now?
34.
Okay, so yeah, all I wanted was 33. So we good. We good on that. All right. Let's go to James. Let's go to James chapter 1, verse 19. You got it. Read it.
The book of James chapter 1, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Be quick to hear, swift to hear, right? Read.
Slow to speak.
Slow to speak. Read.
Slow to wrath.
Slow to wrath. We got to watch how we carrying on, man. There's people watching us. They want to know how you behave with a matter. Do you have the fruits of the Spirit? Okay? Do you have the fruits? Who planted your seed? Okay? So you got to watch that. Getting upset, right? Read.
Verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
The wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. We got to be careful of these things. All right? You got to watch how you move. Set the example. Because there's people watching you. All right? Even when you talking, man. You know, you might know a brother, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want to watch how you talking. You want to make sure, because, you know, hey, cuss words is not a sin. But they are not the most pleasant words either. So you want to make sure when you having communication that the ones that might be hearing you talk, not thinking you bugged out. You could be talking with your peer that's in the truth. And y'all might throw a couple little F-bombs out there. Somebody might overhear you be like, damn, they cussing. Okay? You want to just be mindful of your surroundings. Because you want to plant righteous seeds. All right? Okay, give me Galatians chapter 6. We're going to start at verse 1. You got it. Read it.
The book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such in one in the spirit of meekness.
You got to restore your brother if he's overtaken in a fault. If she's overtaken in a fault, you got to restore him, right? Read.
Considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted.
Hey, you got to consider these things because you could be tempted. All right? You want to still make sure you giving them and you restoring them and you still planting those righteous seeds. You still giving them that godly counsel, right? Read.
Verse 2, bear ye one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ.
Hey, you got to bear each other burdens, guys. Brothers, sisters, we got to bear each other burdens, right? Read.
Verse 3, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiving himself.
You got to make sure you don't get high-minded. All right? Because ain't nothing good, right? But the Most High God and his son. Okay? And he even said, hey, ain't nothing good but my father. Okay? So you got to make sure that you don't get too puffed up and high and mighty. All right? Because good is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Read.
Verse 4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another.
Hey, you got to prove your own work. Okay? But let every man prove his own work. If you ain't busy in the truth, you're not trying to do something, man, you better do something. And then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. So you're going to be fulfilled if you're doing the work. All right? Somebody going to say, hey, man, you doing a good job. You don't boost yourself up. Right? But you stay humble and keep pushing and doing the work. All right? Continue.
Verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden.
Read.
Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
Read that again from the top.
Verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate.
The ones that's taught in the word communicate. Read.
Unto him that teacheth in all good things.
Unto him that teacheth in all good things. So, when that seed get planted, right, and get watered, and pray that the Most High God give it the increase, you had that open line of communication there. All right, from the seeds you planted. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth. All right, that seed is planted. Seed you plant. That open line of communication is there. Communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Some, get the seed planted. Oh, I know it all now. I know everything. No, I'm good. No. I see brothers, man. Listen, all praise to the Most High. I done planted some seeds. I planted some seeds, man. I planted some righteous seeds, Most High God willing, that the brothers and sisters stay in the truth. Right? But it's a lot of them, man. Hey, they act real stanky dank with me now. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Hey, this ain't I don't hold no monopoly on this word. Hey, man, you're an Israelite. You lost that commandments. You know what I'm saying? Here's the brothers that I know, man, to congregate with. Bam. Hey, they might show me love outside. Somewhere they might not. But hey, one planteth, one watereth, the God give it the increase. You understand? Let's keep it moving.
Verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
You're going to reap what you sow. If you plant good seeds, you be an example, you're going to reap what you sow. If you plant bad seeds, you being a bad example, you're going to reap what you sow. You either going to get the kingdom or you're going to get that fire, that lake of fire. All right? Continue.
Verse 8. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
If you sow to your flesh, you're going to reap to your flesh corruption. Right? Read.
But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting.
You're going to get that everlasting life. Right? Because you soweth to the spirit. All right? You didn't sow to the flesh. Right? You planted good seed. You understand? Give me verse 9. We're going to wrap it up after this.
Verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
Hey, don't be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Brothers and sisters, we got to keep going, keep pushing. We got to exhort each other. We got to be the righteous example. Know that there's someone always watching you. Okay, you want to be an example for the next brother, for the next sister. Okay, so seeds you plant. I hope this exhortation was edifying. I hope it strengthened your walk. Hey, it's hump day. Let's keep pushing. Sabbath is right around the corner. And this been another Wednesday night exhortation. Shalom. Shalom.
Past that frankincense and myrrh. Times I fell down them lessons I learned. And all the fake family, they show no concern. They dead to me, now I'm like some ashes in their urn. That wisdom and knowledge like frankincense and myrrh. I just lost my mother, I did get a turn to tell her I love her, our relationship won't firm. I pray that I get it right before I leave this earth. You ain't gotta put past that frankincense and myrrh. Times I fell down them lessons I learned. And all the fake family, they show no concern.